So, I've been using Instagram since July 2017, over 8 years as of the time of recording this. Does that mean I like the app? Hell no! I have so many grievances with it that listing them all would warrant its own video, but that's not what I'm doing today. Instead, let me tell you guys about this one summer when Instagram apparently had grievances with me too because it wanted me gone. But before we get into the story of how Instagram tried to run me off the app, here are some quick notes. 1. The art playing in the background is a story swap I drew of my OCs Imani and Ramona dressed as Zira and Aika from I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl and vice versa. If you haven't watched that pilot yet, then I cannot emphasize enough how much you need to do so. It is absolutely phenomenal, and I promise guys, I am incredibly normal about it, guys, I swear. 2. Full disclosure, my memory is... and this nonsense happened years ago, so there will be some details I don't perfectly remember, but like, I can retell the general story just fine, so yeah, take what I say with a pinch of salt. And 3, watch till the end for a fun little announcement, wink wink. The year is 2022, and this whole thing technically started in May, right when Hazel's drip marketing and gameplay leaks first came out. And yeah, I can admit it, I was head over heels for this guy, and I still am. Something about his design and gameplay and all the fan art and edits that came out around this time had me in an absolute chokehold. Just ask any of the people who had the displeasure of scrolling through my Instagram story. And speaking of editing, that's something I'd wanted to try for a long time at that point, and my new infatuation with Hazel was a big reason for why I finally decided to try it out and make some of my own edits of him. See, this would be the part where I show you some of my edits, but I'm not about to risk a copyright strike. Anyways, once I got the hang of Capcut and had a few decent edits under my belt, I was like, I should make a new account to post them. So I did. I got everything nice and set up and I switched back to my main accounts for a while and I came back and the new one was suspended. Excuse me? I didn't even get a second to breathe and Instagram was already accusing me of suspicious behavior. Oh, was it because I didn't immediately do the stupid side quest they give you when you make a new account? Give me a break! As far as I remember, Instagram gave me the option to verify my identity by using an SMS code sent to me, and that sounded like a super simple solution. Or it would have been if not for the fact that at the time, all I had was an American phone number that could only receive those codes if I was connected to my US exclusive network, which I wasn't because I was in Nigeria. So things already weren't looking good for me. Anyways, as annoyed as I was, I decided it wasn't that big of a deal and just decided to try again. I made a second account, I did everything right, including those side quests, and things actually went well. Several weeks passed and nothing went wrong. I was just posting my edits like normal, gaining followers and having tons of fun. It was great. But then you know what happened next? I want you to guess what happened next. Because if you're thinking, did Instagram really leave you alone? Oh, buddy, you read the title. We're only halfway through. They suspended me again, a second time. And both times they accused me of spamming, which I never did. So either Instagram doesn't know the difference between a bot and a real person using basic app features, or I got mass reported for whatever reason. And all this made me even more frustrated about the fact that I couldn't use the SMS code solution because, oh, of course this bullshit just had to happen during the one summer where we didn't travel to the USA at all. I did try the other solutions, but those didn't help either. The 2FA backup codes, not a single one worked. The appeal form where you can prove you're the owner of the account by sending Insta a picture of your face and some sort of notes, of course that didn't work either. I never posted my face on that account anyways. Nothing worked and it just pissed me off even more. All that trouble just because I wanted to post some silly Capcut edits, but whatever, it's fine. In the grand scheme of things, losing some recently made side accounts was no big deal because at least I still had my main accounts. Foreshadowing is a narrative device where future events are hinted at by. The day was July 27th, and the only reason I remember that is because the first thing I saw when I opened Instagram that morning was Clee's birthday art, which honestly I should have taken as an omen. Instead, I was like, oh my gosh, Clee, she's so cutesy, oh, look at my baby. Yeah, so I kind of went ballistic. If you haven't done the math yet, let me remind you that I'd had that account for 5 years at that point. I was at risk of losing 5 years of growth because of Instagram's weird grudge against me. I remembered my mom came by and I was in hysterics as I explained what had happened and begged to know if we were flying back to the USA anytime soon. She said we'd be going in like 2 weeks or so, but the plans weren't finalized yet. So all I could do was hope and pray that I didn't have to wait more than 30 days because after that, the suspension would be permanent. and I simply couldn't have that. In the meantime, I had to use my side account that's usually dedicated to works in progress and doodles as my new main, letting my friends and followers know that, hey, Instagram isn't done trying to run me off, so I'm taking shelter here. Which also reminds me, this happened the morning of some business strategy classes for teens program my mom had signed me up for. So not only was I not in the mood for it, but when I was making small talk with the others and they asked for my Instagram, I had to be like, oh sure, but fair warning, this is just my side account because the main one got suspended today. So as you can imagine, I was very antsy for the following days. What if I can't find a different solution? What if we take too long to travel? What if I never get my account back and have to start all over again? I was in a lot of genuine distress over this because I couldn't bear the thought of all my efforts being flushed down the drain over something that wasn't even my fault. But then a thought came to me. Something so simple that I still can't believe it didn't occur to me sooner. I needed a code to be sent to a phone number, sure, but they never said it had to be my phone number. That was just my assumption. So I called my older brother, since he actually had a Nigerian number, and asked if he could help me with this. And since he's super cool and awesome and amazing, he said yes. So I put in his phone number, he sent me the code he got, I put it in, and I waited. Ladies and gentlemen, I got my account back! I couldn't express enough how relieved I was over this, and I'm happy to report that was the actual last time I ever got suspended for no good reason. Knock on wood. And if you're wondering what I ever did about my edit account, I just decided to archive over 100 posts on my spam account to repurpose it for that. Ironically though, it's very inactive now. All that trouble just for me to eventually lose interest in editing anyways. Such is life. Anyways, thank you very, very much for watching until the end. Now for the announcement. Do you, yes you, like supporting artists? Do you like sneak peeks and getting early access to cool stuff? Do you wish to get a kiss on the forehead as a token of gratitude? Well, you're in luck. You can do all that and more by joining my new Patreon. For a grand total of $0, you'll get previews and works in progress shots of future art, videos, and pages of a comic I'll tell you guys more about later. But wait, there's more! If you join the cadet tier for $3 a month, you get full early access to all those wonderful perks, as well as commission discounts and video shoutouts just like this. A huge thank you to my wonderful friends Isaac, Rose, Jay, and Mara, who I'm shouting out not just for pioneering this tier, but also for being amazing artists that you guys should go support too. I'll link their socials below. Of course, if Patreon isn't your thing, you still have the option of supporting me through Ko-fi, VGen, and or by simply following any of my social media. Links to everything are also in the description. Thank you all once again for watching this far, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!